The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros, Turki Alalshikh refuses to work with Tszyu. So they were talking about potential opponents for Virgil Ortiz, and Turki Alalshikh made it clear that he would not work with Tszyu and he would not support a fight with Virgil Ortiz versus Tszyu. Let's listen.
You want Ortiz to fight Crawford next?
I will not work with Tszyu.
What happened?
Let him in his way. He doesn't understand.
Yeah.
How about Fundora? Is Fundora in the deal?
So he will not work with Tszyu. He doesn't understand him in his way. Let him in his way. This is big because we talked about this. Turki Alalshikh being a dictator, and if he gets his hands on boxing, he can freeze out certain fighters. This is the one scenario where he's talking about one of the top 154 pounders in the world saying he will not work with him. So that means that Turki will essentially fund the fight between Crawford, Ortiz Fundora, Ortiz Spence, but he will not give Tszyu a shot. Well, remember, Tszyu actually had the belt and he lost, but he had a massive cut, and it still was a very close competitive fight. So people want to see Tszyu, very talented, son of Hall of Famer Costa Tszyu. What's your reaction to that, Trodog?
A lot of people thought that Tszyu, only lost because of the cut. You know what I'm saying? Had a spirited effort, showed that. Man, listen, they wanted a rematch. People was calling for a rematch. You know what I'm saying? People were saying that Tszyu actually won the fight. It was his own heart that caused him to lose, because people would have said, like, he should have went to the scorecards and he would have won, but anyways, I want my name back. I actually gave my name, Trill Nostradamus Trill. I actually gave it away. I was like, you know what? I didn't want that name. But I told y'all he was going to act like this. I told y'all he was going to do this. You know what I mean? And y'all can't see. And you look how he's acting. Look how bratty he's acting. Bro, can you please, is it possible you can put that back up?
I got you.
Yo, it's just his mannerisms. And he didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
It's also how nobody knows what's good for them. Nobody knows the way but him. All right, we'll watch.
You want Ortiz to fight Crawford next?
I will not work with Tszyu.
What happened?
Let him in his way. He doesn't understand.
Yeah.
How about Fundora? Is Fundora
He's looking like the rodent from Madagascar. I don't know. Listen, I can't get with him. I like to move it. You like to move it. That's Turkey.
All right, man.
Listen, man, I'm having too much fun on the expense of Turki Alalshikh. I just told you that he was bad for business, man, and he's just proving it right there. He's bad for business. Like I mentioned earlier, I was talking about how De La Hoya even tried to put that out there. He was like, no, shut that down. You know what I'm saying? And Oscar still, you know what I'm saying? Oscar, that's supposed to be your man. That's supposed to be your man. And he was like, well, whatever he wants. He gets like that. He gets Oscar's like, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I don't know, man. Turki Alalshikh, it's just showing y'all that your boy Trill wasn't bugging, man. He's showing y'all how bad, if he don't get his way, what he's going to do. What he's going to do. Say if he got it in charge of one of your favorite fighters, and your favorite fighter doesn't do what he asks him to do. Doesn't want to walk down the street holding hands. He doesn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And now he wants to freeze out your favorite fighter. Say your favorite fighter doesn't understand what his plan is. And this is what he's doing. He's showing y'all that he's bad. I'm done talking about the Turki Alalshikh. it's just proving my point how bad he can be for this sport. And and this is not a shot at anybody else. Like I said before in the previous episode, if you was for Alalshikh and now you're starting to see his ways, I'm not gonna hold it against you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold it against you. You know what I'm saying?
I called this out from day one. You can just check the tweets, check my videos. I called this out from day one. Look, I know a lot of people were enamored with the fact that this guy's coming out wanting to make big fights. But again, you have to look at his bottom line and what he's doing it for. It's all to promote himself. It's all to big up himself. And if you think that I'm lying, why would he put a picture of himself up saying the most influential man in boxing? If he's doing it for the love, if he's doing it for everyone, why would he put up a picture of himself calling himself the most influential man in boxing? Like, who does that? My man inducted himself into the Hall of Fame. It's just everyone is giving this dude everything, bro. It's just wild to me. It's almost showing who lacks integrity. It really is at this point because everyone is just kneeling and kissing the ring for a couple of dollars. Like I said before, what man will let another man come into his home and run things? Who, if a man was financially stable and he didn't need the money and he had his business and he had everything in order, who would let a man come into his house and tell them when they got to go to bed, when they got to go to sleep, when he can be intimate with his wife, what they can eat, what the family can watch, the direction the family has to move in terms of what they're gonna do? Who would do that? Unless you really need the money. The only way you're going to invite a man like that into your home is if you were about to lose it and you needed help desperately. These promoters needed help desperately, so they were willing to make this guy the face of their companies. And he's rubbing it in every chance he gets. He makes these guys make the Sell Your Soul video where he's standing beside them and he holds their hand, caresses their shoulder, he's massaging their thighs. Like, yo, all this stuff is just like, come on, you can't tell me you don't see the discomfort in the people who record those videos. We've been pointing this out for the longest time. From day one. From day one, I say, yo, my observation of Turki Alalshikh, he's very touchy-feely. Because I saw Buddy just feeling on everyone, grabbing people's hands. I never grabbed nobody's hand like that, bro. The only time I ever held people's hands when we were praying. And they said, take the person's hand next to you and then you pray. And that was before we was hooping. You know what I'm saying? Everybody grab all before we about to play football. So everybody hold hands and pray. He never just grab a man's hand and say, walk with me. In fact, if you being real, if you're real, like I'm gonna be like, if you're a real one, you get mad when your girl grabs your hand and try. You don't just grab my hand like that. I initiate the hand.
You seen some girls in the mall? They coming towards us now. You won't grab my hand.
I was like, I initiate the hand holding around here. That's what Turki sees someone he think might take one of them. He grabbed their hand like, this is with me. This is with me. Nah, like, come on, man. Look, this is the danger that I've been pointing out. If Turki gets in control of boxing, he can freeze out whoever he wants if they don't kneel and kiss the ring. And this is one of those situations where we don't even know why he doesn't like Tszyu. Can he explain to us why he doesn't like Tszyu? And why is it Tszyu doesn't understand and Canelo doesn't understand? Because they don't agree with you? Because they don't allow you to dictate what they're going to do? Now, this is very bad for boxing because Tszyu is a very exciting fighter, very talented fighter, very skilled fighter, fought with blood gushing out of his head. So brave, like the average fighter wouldn't do that, bro. Like Trill said, they would have went to the scorecards and been like, hey, dog, I can't see. He decided to fight it out, and he put on a hell of a performance. And this is the dude they want to freeze out. Not only that, he represents Australia. So he got a whole country behind him, a whole country of people who root for him, who want to see him do well. We just talked about it. You see what it means. You see Bukoli getting a hero's welcome in the Congo. You going to freeze this guy out of boxing? You're not going to give him a fight? You're not going to give him a fight. You saying you're not going to work with him, which means he won't have access to the biggest fighters because, quote unquote, you're in partnership with all the people who control those fighters. That's the danger of boxing. Turkey is showing you live and direct him being a dictator. Remember, he's not giving us the biggest fights because he likes you. He's not giving you the biggest fights because he wants to save the sport of boxing. He's giving you the biggest fights because he wants to change the perception of what's really happening in Saudi Arabia, the human rights violations, taking away the people's civil liberties. That's what he's doing. That's why he's giving you the big fights. He's doing that. He's giving the big fights because he wants to bring tourists in to Saudi Arabia. And without these great big sporting events, no tourist is coming into Saudi Arabia. So he's doing that because he wants to bring in tourists, and he's paying for people. He's paying to get secondhand love from the athletes. This is what he's doing. And mainly he's doing it because he wants the sport in his control so he can dictate what happens in the sport, like Tszyu not being able to get a fight against all the other champions at 154. Pay attention. I'm telling you, you got to pay attention because it's right there before your face and you're missing it.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. I'm the Commissioner Trill Dollar Bill. That's my brother Caden. It's LLG for life. We the boss.